Microsoft's Satya Nadella is set to testify today in week 3 of the Elon Musk OpenAI trial. Our Kate Rooney's outside the federal court in Oakland, California with more. Morning, Kate.
Hey, Carl, good morning. So, yeah, today we do expect to hear a lot more about Microsoft's role in this legal battle that's been playing out. CEO Satya Nadella, as you mentioned, slated to testify later here in Oakland, where we are today. So Microsoft has been a central figure in this dispute over OpenAI's transition away from its original nonprofit structure into what is now an $850 billion AI giant. Microsoft is a co-defendant in this case, accused of aiding and abetting what Elon Musk alleges is OpenAI's breach of a charitable trust, as well as unjust enrichment of some of its top executives. So lawyers for Microsoft say that its role was an innocent, essentially a neutral commercial partner. And then both OpenAI and Microsoft deny any wrongdoing. In this case, they say Elon Musk is basically a disgruntled competitor at this point. And all this does come back to Microsoft's initial stake in OpenAI. So Microsoft, if you remember, first invested $1 billion back in 2019, later $13 billion, and it owns a 27% stake of OpenAI that is worth north of $200 billion at this point. Emails from Satya Nadella and other key executives have come out throughout the discovery process. We do expect to hear more about that today. We've also heard internal conversations in those emails between Nadella and other top Microsoft executives about investing in OpenAI, including a fear at one point that OpenAI might actually pivot to Amazon if they didn't invest. Musk's lawyers on the other side are aiming to prove that Microsoft knew it was helping and encouraging the nonprofit to abandon its original mission. They have leveraged those emails I mentioned from back in 2018, showing that the tech giant actually needed a bit more certainty on that for-profit structure before investing. This trial, guys, has been a who's who of Silicon Valley AI names so far. We did hear from Elon Musk last week. We got OpenAI President Greg Brockman. He was on the stand. Mira Murati, she was the CTO. We do expect to hear from Ilya Sutskever today as well. He was an early OpenAI employee. And we will hear Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI's side of the story later this week, guys. Back to you.
Kate, of all those names, who do you think will be sort of the showcase witness of the week?
It's got to be Sam Altman, Carl. I think there's just been so much about him and about his leadership style and about how he ran the company early on, and also this trust factor. You know, some of the early OpenAI executives had talked about him undermining them. He is going to get his chance to talk about that and really respond to everything Elon Musk has said, everything Mira Murati has said, and some of his early employees. So that I expect to be the biggest name on the stand this week, and that's expected to happen. I think later in the week, the trial will wrap up. We're hearing by Thursday, but I would say Altman is going to be the big one.
Kate, you know, the Brockman diaries, so to speak, and some of the things in there, have they been effectively attacked yet by the OpenAI side, and will they probably try and do that in any way?
Effectively, what was that, David? More time.
You know, it seemed to be, of all the things we heard, the Brockman, I'll call them diaries, but his notes and things like that seem to be the most damaging, perhaps. I'm wondering how OpenAI views that in terms of how they can combat it.
So they have tried to say the big thing in that diary that spilled out last week was Brockman's stake in OpenAI and some of his financial ambitions, saying essentially he wanted to be a billionaire. That was one of his goals. Musk's team has tried to frame that as, hey, look, he was so financially ambitious that he pushed the company to be a for-profit. The response from OpenAI has been, no, that had nothing to do with it. You know, we just needed so much compute, and we talk about that to this day, how expensive it is to run these AI models. They've said it had nothing to do with them making money personally. It couldn't be a nonprofit because they needed to raise so much money, and that's been the counter to, maybe they made money along the way, but it wasn't just to enrich themselves. It was because they needed so much compute. So it's been a he said, she said, but I would say Brockman's diaries, personal journals really have been probably the biggest piece of evidence that's been focused on, as well as emails. I think the Microsoft role will be smaller, but personal emails from that time really do get to sort of the inner workings of OpenAI.